Hi everybody, this is Diane. I want to start decorating some covers for a couple of Homemakers journals, but let me just show you the covers of the ones that are just about done. These were both created with Graphic 45 paper, and I have shown this one in a previous journal, and because Graphic 45 has 3 of each design in their pads, I decided to make a second one just like this one, except the vintage ephemera that's in it will vary, of course. So I'll go through these. They're not quite done. I have to sew them together. This one is was a commission from my friend, and this one will go in the shop. Not that it really matters. They're both the same. So I just wanted to show those to you, and now I'm working on 2 more covers. And they're going to have similar designs but be quite different with the pictures that are used and the backgrounds. So let's start with this one. This is Saucy, I think, by Authentique. And I love this gingham for the front, and then when you open it up you get to see her. So I was trying to think of how I would decorate the front. When you have a blank slate, like these 2 covers, they have some texture. There's some dots and there's gingham. So, but you need something else to really give it some character and let you know what's inside this journal. So in going through my things, this is what I've come up with. I have this, which I love. It's time to use them. So I'm going to sew that on as a pocket. But first I'm going to decorate this, and I want to do some decorating back here. And I have to have everything, so I know everything is going to look good once it's done. I have this tag that's going to go inside here, and I'm going to put this vintage advertisement for Clorox on that, so it'll get tucked in. But I want to make sure it looks good without the tag too. So I have this image from a vintage magazine. It's just stuck down in the middle. I'm going to sew it to the brown cardstock and put that on the back with a floor plan just tucked in behind it like that. This is from the Raspberry Road Domestic Goddess set. There's a lot of ephemera. What does she call them? Elements. There's a lot in there that I didn't print. I printed a few pages of these elements. So I wanted that to kind of help add a little background. This is a kitchen. Look at that beautiful corner of the kitchen. There's they called it rotary, but we call them Lazy Susans or turntables. So that one spins and that one spins, I think. Yeah, it does. But it's a really pretty kitchen. So I'm going to put that on there. And this is cut from an actual sewing pattern from the 40s for aprons. And I haven't completely fussy cut it yet because it was torn and part of the vacuum cleaner is torn off. So I'm going to try to glue part of it down and then finish cutting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to accomplish that. I could. It might be easier to just cut it and glue it, but it's so small it might be hard to achieve that. And I want to leave, I don't want to cover up all of this. I want to leave some of the lines because I think that's what makes this tabbed card so cool. So this is pretty much what it would look like without the tag, and then when you tuck the tag in, and it will have some fibers in there. But I also have some tatting, some doily motifs, and some filet crochet. I thought I wanted to do something up here with a little bit of that. I don't know what, so I just got it all out and figured we would figure that out together. I love filet crochet, so let's start with some of that. I'll just cut a piece of this off. Filet crochet is worked in a square pattern, so if you see things like this where everything fits within the squares, this is filet crochet. I don't think we need to add much of anything, but I just wanted a little something. Let's try the fillet in a lighter color. Yeah, I think I like it in the lighter color better. And I might have it sit on top instead of behind. Okay, let's start putting it together. I'm going to start with my tag. I'll just sew this to the tag. I'll look for some lace or something to put in there later. I'm going to sew this image to this piece of cardstock. This out of the way for now. And rather than sew all this stuff on, I don't want all the sewing to distract from the design there. I will be gluing stuff. I got all my packages mailed out, except one. I got one more order for some playing cards, so I'll have to get that mailed before I go away. So I'll be deactivating everything physical in my shop and just leaving the digitals there. And I'm working on getting some new digitals in there before I go. So I already listed the Christmas postcards, which are beautiful. So if you haven't seen them yet, go check them out. And I am working on getting some vintage canned vegetable labels that are really pretty. And several sets of the vintage ephemera. If you've been watching my flea market hauls, you know that I've come home with some fantastic vintage ephemera. So what I'm listing now are like receipts and mostly receipts. I tried to do receipts, and some of them are blank receipts that you can write on, and some were used receipts, and they're from the 1800s from Biles. I think it was James Biles. That was the first great set that I found this summer in that wooden box with all the compartments, if you remember. And then I've also got some of the Trail family. Just the receipts. There's still lots more papers to go. but I just started, I kind of sorted things into categories, and I started scanning the receipt type of things. So hopefully I will get them in the shop, and I'll do a video because I've already printed out the things that I'm listing, so I can show you what I've got, and then I'll leave those in the shop while I'm away. So my shop can still be working for me while I'm trying to catch my breath. I know I'm burnt out. I am struggling to do anything, to want to do anything creative or otherwise. I feel like I'm running on gas fumes, so I really need this getaway. I'm taking my collage books with me, my glue books, so I can just relax and do some, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I'll do some collaging and I'll be able to show you what I've done when I come home. But this is my 3rd year doing this little retreat. And the first 2 times I did a project like, the first year I took stuff to make glue books. So I made traveler's notebooks. I don't want to cut with that. And then last year I did glue books. But I don't want to take anything like that this year. I just want to play in my own glue books. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to cut this. So the broken piece of the vacuum is glued down. Now I have to figure out how to glue the rest. I guess I'll just use this glue. The things we do to use the images that we feel like we have to use. I wanted a vintage lady in an apron, and this was a small image that was just perfect, but her vacuum was torn. So I'm the vacuum repairman. There. That looks pretty good. I like that. You think that cover's too busy? Is there too much going on? The tag will kind of break up the 2 segments. I think it's okay. Too late now. I like it. Hope you like it. And while I'm away, I will be rethinking how I want to go forward with my YouTube channel. I've been discouraged with my YouTube channel lately. And I would really like feedback. Again, that's the wrong scissors. I'd like feedback from you on what you would like to see from my channel. I have tried putting videos up almost every day, and it hasn't really increased the number of views on my videos. As I've said before, I keep gaining, every week I gain more subscribers, but I don't get any more and any larger number watching the videos. So I don't know if it's worth it for me to keep trying to do it every day, because I think that might be part of why I feel burnt out. I'm not that social of a person, really. And it's hard. It's hard to come on and try to say something every day. I do like working in the quiet of my room. But I do like talking to you guys. I do like putting out videos and hearing what you have to say. And I keep getting, on every single video anymore, I get 2 or 3 things that I have to report or remove, or both. And they're all very similar. And I don't want them on my channel. I don't know how to make them stop doing it. I block them, and then there's always another one. And it's, I don't know what they're supposed to be, but has a, it says, "Do you love me?" or something like that, and then there's the photo of the person who commented is a sexy girl wearing almost nothing. And there, I don't know how many of these channels there are, because I keep blocking them and they just keep coming, like 3 or 4 on every video anymore. I've had them before, but it was, you know, once in a while. But now it's every video. As soon as I see them, I get rid of them. So you guys maybe see them before. Oh, I have to wind my bobbin. So anyway, that's, you know, that's just something I have to deal with. So anyway, if you would give me some feedback on what you would like to see on my channel. Do you think it would be better? Like, am I oversaturating my channel? Is that why I'm not getting any more views? And maybe the content isn't good because I'm on there too much. Maybe it's too much of the same thing. I just don't know, so I really need your feedback. Sorry about this. I didn't check the status of my bobbin before I started. Now I have to get down here where I can see the eye of my needle. Okay, we're back in business. What was I working on? This. I think it'll be better, I'll be doing better with the flea market season being done, so I can just, that's one thing I don't have to do, is go to the flea market and then video it and sort it and all that. I can do more of processing it and getting it into my shop, because I'm trying to do everything. Actually go to the flea markets and do all the stuff and then process stuff, and I have to find creative ways to store it in my small house while it waits to get moved out. And I'm making journals and making ephemera and making videos, and I think maybe next year I'm going to have to figure out a different strategy when flea market season starts up again. But I did not want to stop making journals while I was doing the flea market thing. So this is going to have the same layout, as you can see, the same type of layout, but different images. And I might as well use the same lace, or filet crochet. Probably a little too big. So if you don't mind, please tell me what you would like to see. And I will take that into consideration while also taking into consideration what my limitations are. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I know some of you comment faithfully on my videos, and I just can't tell you how much I appreciate that. This one is an image from a sewing pattern catalog. The other ladies in those pictures were full-length ladies, so I couldn't use those. I chose her, and then I went looking in my pattern stash and found her on an actual pattern. This is an ad for a clever idea, Surety Turn Cuff Household Gloves. So it's got the rolled up cuff. Clever idea. You probably noticed I already inked around these cards and the tags. Well, I think that that needs something behind it because it doesn't show up against that white card. Sorry, that was a squeaky drawer. How about that piece? That will work. So last night I was sorting through, I've been cutting things out of magazines and just putting them in this big basket. Big, I mean like this, big deep plastic basket full of cutouts and stuff that I want to use in glue books. And I picked that basket up so I could sort through it and pick out some stuff to take with me on my trip, which isn't really a big trip. I'm just going to go stay in a hotel about a half hour away from where I live, so I can go visit my craft stores and the restaurants up there. But I picked that thing up and I was like, holy cow, what's in this? It was heavy. So I sorted out the stuff that isn't for glue books, that I cut out for a different purpose. And I wanted to use this because it kind of goes with her apron. And I think I had it arranged like this. And this is also from Raspberry Road, Domestic Goddess Elements. So what was I saying? So anyway, I took out everything that wasn't for glue books, and then I'm just going to take the whole basket because there's all kinds of stuff in there. There's vintage, there's modern, there's big and small, all kinds of stuff. So I won't lack for anything if I just take that basket and my glue books. And then when I come home, I am surely going to pack up some of that stuff in envelopes and put it in my shop because there is way too much. It's overwhelming. So I'm going to be, I don't know how soon after I get back I'll do that, but I will definitely be putting some glue book elements, magazine pages and images and stuff in my shop. They sold well last time I did that. I sold magazine pages because I had way too many. And I've done it again. And I just brought home those magazines I got free at the library. Oh, when will I learn? But I'll put together some bundles. Now I just have to sew this on. And these covers will be ready and waiting for me to start filling them up when I get home. might not be able to do the 3 signature book at this time because I wanted to start working on Christmas journals when I got home, but I didn't get these finished before I go away. So I'll have to finish these and then I will want to get going on Christmas journals. But I do want to make that 3 signature Homemaker's book. It's fun to do the little 1 signature ones with cardstock covers like these, but my heart is with the books with a spine. I love them. Okay, so we've got the covers all put together. Now I'm going to look for some lace or something to put in those tags. I can open the right drawer. Alright, I just organized this lace by necessity. I was putting away laces that I got in Happy Mails this week, and while I was doing that I tipped the whole thing over onto the floor and everything spilled out. It looks very tidy. I keep it pretty organized anyway. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe this lace would be good tied in a tag. Let's try that out. I don't do laces in the tags very often. I do fibers or seam binding. This was already cut into a small piece. I want that to be shorter. And these will not be wasted. They get used for stuff like that. There, if I move her over there, you can still see her smiling face. Do you think these covers are too busy? Oh, by the way, Sunnyside Journals is the name of Catherine's shop that I couldn't remember the other day. There's just, I think I've done that before when I try to talk about her. When I get on camera, the name of her shop just disappears from my head. But it's Sunnyside Journals. Okay, these are the 2 covers. I think I love them. If I leave them on my table and then come back later this evening and look at them again, it'll be like a fresh perspective. It's hard to tell when I'm working on them and when I just finished them if it's the look I was going for. But I do like them, so I hope when I come back and look at them that I still like them. More importantly, I hope you like them. Okay, so that's going to be it for me today, I believe. I will have 4 journals completed at some point. 3 of these will go in my shop, and I'll put them in the shop all at the same time. Thanks for watching. Please leave me some feedback in the comments, both on this video and what you think of these covers, and also on what you think generally you'd like to see on my channel. Also, I did say in a video that I made, I'm not sure if it actually got published, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer about me, if you have questions about me and my creative journey, or questions that aren't too personal, you can ask me questions. If you have questions about how I do things or where I get stuff or whatever, any questions you have, if I get enough questions, I can do a question and answer video. So have a creative day, and I will have some videos being published while I'm away. because I've done some ahead of time. So you'll see me probably at least 3 times while I'm away, and that's plenty. I will see you again soon. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.